Steve Stacks live on June 23rd, 2025. As you guys see on the screen right now, this is the lunatics, the tariff man's latest post. Congratulations, world. It's time for peace. So just to speak on that just a little bit there, this is a guy who wants world peace and has now started with its best ally, Canada, okay, tariffing the shit out of us to the point where, we're almost completely not on good terms with you, and tariffing Mexico, tariffing all these other places, right? So he does that. He's got his hands involved in the Ukraine issue or conflict. Then he's got his hands dipped into the Gaza conflict. And now he's starting a new one with Iran. So this is a guy who says he wants world peace. Okay. We all don't believe you at this point, Trump. You're not fooling anyone. So, on to other bigger issues right now. This is not a big issue, but it is kind of a thing that is happening quite a bit now, it seems, in Iran. It seems like Iran is catching a lot of Mossad spies or Mossad spies. I don't know. People from Israel or working with the Israeli government. So this is now apparently the third person to be executed. Now, this poor guy here didn't get due process, is what they're saying. They found this guy with a gun and something else, right? Like not an explosive or anything crazy like that, just like a gun and a knife, okay? And he's been executed on the assumption that he is working with the Israeli government. On to the next story. Now, it's being posted all over by now. It is 4:29 p.m. here, Eastern Time. And apparently, these are the actual numbers from about 2 hours ago. And this person also, or the person who reported this, the news story, also said that it's the lowest crude oil price in the last 5 years. So things are not going the Americans' way right now because they shut down that major passage way where all the oil gets shipped through. And if this conflict escalates anymore, there's going to be no negotiations at all, and you can just expect your gas price to go up. And that's pretty much how that works there. On to the next story here is kind of heartbreaking. 95-year-old Holocaust survivor Yvette Shmilovitz has been confirmed killed in one of the strikes in Israel. So my heart goes out to her and her family. That's not the way a Holocaust survivor should go out. There's just not much more to say here. Now, we all know who this person is. Angelina Jolie. Now, I'm not well versed on her background with her feud with her father. In fact, I didn't even know they had a feud. And I didn't even know John Voight was her father. But apparently this stems way back. They've been going head to head on a lot of issues. And I think it's mainly... Well, there was a couple things. They said that John Voight was cheating on her mother. And, that kind of broke the relationship early on. But lately, it's just been about, I guess, political stuff and world news stuff. And we all know Angelina Jolie has quite the history of humanitarianism. Is that even the word? Basically, well documented, helping out a lot of causes, like I guess kids suffering, just human rights, and she is part of the United Nations, right? I don't know. She's part of a lot of organizations, but let's get right into what I'm trying to talk about. Or human rights. Maybe it's a human rights organization. Anyways. So she started, like, this was an older post or an older quote. She instantly sympathizes with anything that happened to the Israelis, but then also is saying how disgusted, and how she's not approving of the retaliation part on Israel. So you can see those there on your screen. But this is like pretty hard, pretty hard to understand from John Voight's view here. Voight explained that it's hard for him to talk to his daughter about their differences. She doesn't want to share this kind of stuff because she's of another mind about it, he said. So he's trying to paint her as not delusional, but she needs mental help. He's actually been quoted saying she needs to get help. The star continued, "I love my daughter. I don't want to fight with my daughter. But the fact is, I think she has been influenced by the UN from the beginning. It's been awful with the human rights. They call it human rights, but it's just anti-Israel bashing." I don't understand where he's coming from there. But these are some of the quotes. These are some of the quotes that they're saying to each other, and it's pretty disgusting. You have a daughter that's clearly trying to make the world better, right? You don't see John Voight donating his time and effort for anything special, right? According to E! News, Jolie's mother, we'll just say Bertrand there, split from Voight when the actor was just 2. After the divorce, Jolie hardly saw her dad. Bertrand reportedly raised Jolie and her brother on her own, as the Midnight Cowboy star only provided financial support for his kids. While the divorce may have caused tension between Jolie and her father, it only worsened as time passed. In 2002, Voight publicly stated that his daughter needed to get help. There it is, like I said, because of her serious mental problems. According to the Hollywood Reporter, this comment ended whatever relationship the two had. Jolie told the London Evening Standard, "I am hoping my relationship with my father will be more private in the future. At the end of the day, we both wish the best for each other and will try to start communicating in some way." For years, the two lived separate lives. Now, Jolie is also, I've read, she also stated that she went a period of 6 years without talking to her father. So, it is pretty serious. And also in these next coming quotes or stories, headlines here, you'll see why. The 85-year-old actor called Jolie, 49, ignorant and naive in an interview with Variety published this week. "She has been exposed to propaganda," said Voight. "She's been influenced by anti-Semitic people. Angie has a connection to the UN, and she's enjoyed speaking out for refugees. But these people are not refugees. formerly a special envoy of the UN High Commission of Refugees for Refugees, Jolie has spoken out against Israel for bombing Gaza in the wake of Hamas terrorist attack against Israel on October 7th. So the main point I want to show you on this page here. Voight apparently had no idea about Jolie and Brad Pitt's wedding in 2014. Last year, the Runaway Train actor called Jolie out for defending Palestinians instead of Israelis. So at this point, there are a lot of actors and celebrities speaking out about this Israeli conflict, and I think Angelina Jolie is a pretty well-known name, and I just thought, maybe a lot of people should hear about that little conflict or feud with their father. I definitely learned some new stuff, and I hope you guys do as well. And if you made it to this point in the video and you like what you see and you like what I'm providing, smash the like button and hit the sub if you guys want to see more content like this. Stack's always bringing you new content. I got everything from music to politics to sports, you name it. Anything under the sun, I got it. Stack's got the good stuff. Know what I mean? On to this story here. We all know by now the B-2 dropped, 6 bombs, I believe, because each fighter jet can carry 2. So I think I'm pretty sure it said 6 in total. I don't think it was 6. Well, it's showing 7 in this. So according to this page, right, it's showing 7 were used. Now, were 7 really used on one site? Probably not. So it's probably 6 per site. So you can pause that and look at that a little bit more. On to my next story. So the reason why I think we're not getting all the death toll right now, we don't hear anything about the Israeli side death toll. We're still stuck at 24 or 20. And that was reported on day 1. So we're now 11 days in. And it's stuck on 20 people killed only. Now, we know there's been at least 5 hits or more. So, I believe there's been absolutely a lot more than 24 deaths. So, this is the reason why you're not getting actual reports out of Israel. Now, one, you guys might have already heard, Al Jazeera, one of the biggest newscasters or news broadcasters, is actually banned from reporting inside of Israel. And as you can see on your screen, they've just passed a law banning missile footage and wartime reporting with up to 30 months in prison. And that's a zero, what do they call it there? Zero tolerance policy. So this is, right, first time you're caught, you can get up to 30 months, 20 to 30 months in prison. Now that's fucking wild, right? Now they're claiming it's to defend Israel. So it's like you're acting as if you're a spy. You're tipping off the other side, showing them the damaged sites and, other things that might, help them out in their next strike. So I think it has a lot more to do with the downplaying how many deaths are actually happening. So they're trying to cover that up, I think. But it could be, the other side of trying to they're trying to conceal, as much information because they want to protect their homeland, right? So the less you show the other side, the less you show the enemy, the better it is for your country. So both sides make sense, and maybe it's just a little bit of both. But here's something interesting about the whole thing. It's saying that, is it this one here? Well, this is just another article that's backing how they are not, they've been doing it since 2024, hard, and what's been blocked, and (24) interventions average per day, more than twice the highest previously amount, around 10 interceptions during 2014 Gaza conflict. So they're just saying it's ramping up quite a bit. And this is the one I think is the one that I want to show you here. Yeah. So as you can see right here in the middle, Israel currently stands at 112th place out of 180 countries for freedom of the press. That's just a hard fact. Below Haiti, Guinea-Bissau, South Sudan, and Chad. And these are pretty rough countries right there right now. So you really gotta question what is the real reason and why Israel is doing this. But you can look at it both ways, right? Now, even in Ukraine right now, there is a law, and I'm pretty sure you could get put in jail as well. So this is not the only country, right? So in Ukraine, if you start filming and they catch you, they can not only confiscate your camera or your phone or whatever you're recording on, but they can also imprison you or fine you, I believe. But it's most likely you'll get imprisoned. So Ukraine is not lenient either, right? And I'm sure Russia is the same. So, we are talking about quite a few countries that do the same thing, right? And then this is just backing up again, more censorship. And it's just saying how each media group or journalist can appeal the decision. But good luck with that one. But if you guys know any celebrities right now that are making controversial statements right now regarding the war that's going on, please let me know. I definitely want to hear about it. I tried looking up a couple of celebrities, but it looks like the Angelina Jolie one was the most entertaining, or what's the word? Hostile. And she's a pretty prolific figure, and I thought you guys should know about that one. It also stated that somebody was arrested already. I think I pulled that one up, right? But these are just headlines, that I'm trying to show you here. And it goes hand in hand with the reports that we're getting on the death toll. Did I not show you the... So the death toll currently out of Iran is over 900 people killed. So those seem to be pretty factual numbers there, because they coincide with the amount of bombing that's happening. So not really debating that one too much. So as you see on your screen right now, this is just one page, one website. I got another couple websites, you know. I think I already showed you that, but at least 950 people. It's a really sad situation that's going on right now, and it's only going to get worse, right? It always gets worse before it gets better, and we can expect a lot of breaking news in the near future here. So basically, what I don't understand here is Al Jazeera is banned, independent journalists are pretty much banned, but CNN seems to be reporting pretty freely. So how the fuck is that possible? That doesn't make sense. Now either CNN's paying off the government there or something to be allowed to report, but again, it says they pick and choose who's allowed to report. But I don't see how CNN, you know, they're a foreign media, news media there, that I think I read that, or one of the articles that I put up on the screen said that they pick and choose only from their own homegrown news broadcasters. So I don't even know how CNN, because CNN is definitely foreign, so they should not even be allowing CNN to report. And yet we've seen CNN reporting pretty freely. You know, the last one that I've seen was at the hospital. So it's pretty, they're kind of eating their own words there, if not fully eating their own words, because again, we've seen CNN reporting multiple times in Israel, and no other foreign news network is allowed to report, or independent journalists that even live in Israel. Only the hand-picked ones that they allow, and they have to be from Israel. And the other one in Israel there, I think it's called like the Hearts or Havertz or something like that. They're also treading on thin water or banned too. So it's quite crazy here how, you know, we can only get one side of the story, you know. So apparently US base has been hit. But I don't know if it's the Americans are reporting no one has been killed. So I don't know how you hit a base and no one's killed. They obviously have bunkers and stuff, but again, if it's a ballistic missile, I can't see, you know, or maybe they said it got hit, right? I don't know how you shield from a ballistic missile or two, you know, at once. Iraq warns escalation is at a dangerous turning point. reached a dangerous and unprecedented turning point and called for a return dialogue following Iran's attack on an air base in Qatar. So it's already been well confirmed that a U.S. military base has been struck. And we last heard that Donald Trump is in the Situation Room, and that was hours ago. Now, he could spend an hour in there or hours in there, but he's definitely thinking up his next move there. And I don't think it's going to be to get to the table and talk, He's going to try and pull another surprise attack. Things are just going to get worse. So apparently USA is on high alert for sleeper cells right now. So the American government is warning the people that there could be internal terrorism within the next few days or a week or weeks. So I would definitely not want to be at any of these religious gatherings in the near future. And who knows wherever else they plan to attack. It's been a hell of a day so far. It's 4:56 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm sure there's going to be breaking news by, 12 midnight Eastern Time here. Again, no casualties reported after Iran missile attack on U.S. base in Qatar. And there's tons of footage of this attack, right? It's all in the sky. You see it all in the sky, and you won't see it actually hitting the military base, but so here's the video of it. You guys,
صادة صادة صادة. الله يحفظنا الله يحفظنا الله يحفظنا. اشتغلت المضادات. يا الله سترك، يا ربي سترك. شوف الصاروخته، شوف المضاد عطى فرط.
well, we reached the end of the video. I know I learned a lot. I hope you learned a lot. Thanks for pulling up. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, sub it up, share it up, do what you gotta do. But until next time, Stacks out. Peace.
Follow me here. Follow me here.